Hello, hi, and welcome to today's Unity tutorial. We are going to make the game way more playable. As it is right now, it still has some issues. The biggest issue that I see in the gameplay, by the way, I did my homework, I've done my homework, and I've got now a playable level with stickies all over the place. I have those bouncies all over the place. I've got the goal back there. I've got a small layer of bouncies there as well. I've got a sticky one here. The biggest problem right now is this. I can cheat by just hitting the space button a couple of times, and we don't have a cooldown on jumping. That's quite the problem. That's what we're going to change. We will add a cooldown, so we will work with time. Right? We will add a cooldown using timing somehow. There's generally three ways of working with time. There's coroutines. Later on, not this video, but in a later video, I'll explain those. There's invokes. Later on, there's the third way, which we will talk about today, which is time delta time, right? Which is just a pre-given game function. That's pretty nice, actually. So what we will do is we will change the movement script. So when you click on the player, we've got our movement script. By the way, I cleaned up here as well in our hierarchy. I made an empty game object and I just put all the level elements in there, just dragging and dropping. Then an empty element. I click empty element. That's it. Back to the topic. On the player movement script, boink, open it, and there we have it. What we have so far for jumping is just the jump force, which makes sense. The higher it is, the higher we jump. Let's put it in a new line because I like to keep my things that I need sorted. Right? I want to keep them together. The first variable I want to know if I am currently able to jump. Just, can I jump? Yes or no. So public bool for a boolean value that is just displaying us, just giving us the feedback. Can you jump? Yes or no. So jump ready. And that is in the beginning, doesn't matter. It will be false if we write it like this in the beginning. That's the first variable we need. Of course, what else do I need? I need to define how big is my jump cooldown. How much time between jumps? We could also evaluate, am I on the ground? We won't do that right now. We will just put a time as a cooldown. So I will have a public variable, a float, and that is jump CD for cooldown. And let's say that is maybe 1.2 float for seconds, right? That's 1.2 seconds. The second variable. The last one is I need to know what is the current time. Right? How much time has elapsed? Public float again, and that one is jump CD current, and that starts at 0 seconds. So when we start the game, it will actually, we can't jump. We have to wait 1.2 seconds. Okay, I've added those now. So if I go back to Unity, you will see my player movement script will have adapted and it will have added those variables here because I selected them as public. And we could also make some of those private, but for testing right now, let's keep them public. That's okay. So what I want is jump ready, right? This is the one I want to evaluate. Jump ready, copy, and I want to add that to my jump function down here. If I hit space right now, I will jump. If I hit space and the jump is ready, then I can jump. That's the difference. Right? That's all we need. All that we need is, of course, now when is the jump ready? But yeah. So let's actually put that on top here. Let's make 2 slashes, right? And say this is jumping. So we find it later on. So I will put the jump conditions here. When is the jump actually ready? So I'm thinking, of course, the jump is ready when the jump CD current is greater or equal than the jump CD. So very simple. Very simple, very, very simple. If jump CD current is greater or equal than our jump CD, we will say, hey, that the jump is ready is true. If that is not the case, so else, if that's not the case, we will say the jump ready is false. So we cannot jump. That's this. So if I hit save now and go back to my editor, And let's play the game. You will see the jump CD current doesn't change because we hadn't add time, but if this is greater than 1.2, you will see that the jump is ready. Right now, space doesn't do anything. If it's above, I can jump, but of course I can still jump 100 times until the jump is not ready anymore. So what we need to do, of course, is in here, when we jump, what do we want to do? We want to go back down to 0 seconds. So this is when we say the current jump CD is back to 0 seconds. Okay, so when I jump now, we will go back to 0 seconds. So we can only jump once. Yes, exactly. So what else do we need? Okay, it is actually very simple. We need to check the time. We need to check the time and increase the current time every time, right? In small steps. Whenever we check the game, whenever we go through the script, we want to check how much time has been there, and we just put that on top. So what I want, as long as the jump CD is not greater than the jump CD that we have, so in here in the else statement, I want to add on the jump CD current. This is one way of doing it. I will show you a better way. On the jump CD current, I want to add the time since we've been here the last time in this code. And that time is the so-called time.delta time. That is the time since the last time we've been in here. So if I save now and I go in here, you will see, I hit start, you will see that our current time, this is now 1.2 seconds, exactly. Right? This is exactly 1.2 seconds. You see it's a bit above, but it doesn't matter on which PC I am right now because this time delta time, it really takes the time that it takes on each PC. It's always the same. So 1 second is 1 second. On smaller PCs, this number might even be 1.3 if the PC takes 0.1 seconds to evaluate, very slow. If the PC would be infinitely good, it would always be 1.2, which of course, that's not the case. Right? So I can only jump every 1.2 seconds. That makes this, well, I almost fell down. That makes this, of course, way better playable. I fell down. Oh no, I lost. That makes it more playable, right? There's two more little things that I want to add. Right? There's some more little stuff that I want to change, not just add, but change. This is not how a programmer would write it. What a programmer would do is the plus goes before the equal sign, and then this is it. This is called an increment. This means jump CD current is the same as jump CD current plus the delta time. That is how you would write it. First thing. Second thing is I want to evaluate. I want to clamp. I want to not have 1.20036 or something. I want to have the maximum 1.2 exactly, because later on we're going to show it on a graph, on a slider. We will show the cooldown on like a graph. I want to have it exactly at that maximum. That's why we are going to do the following. The jump CD current will be clamped. Is the same as, we could also actually do that, put that in this line, but I like to have it in 2 lines. Let's actually do this, that looks prettier. This didn't make any difference, it just looks prettier. So I want this to mathematical function. There's mathematical functions, and one function is a clamp. A clamp puts the value in between limits. So we will say 0 is the minimum, and our jump CD is the maximum, so the 1.2. If we set it to 1.5, that will be the maximum. If we put it to 1.73095, that will be the maximum. That's exactly what I want to do. I want to take the current time. I want to set the minimum is actually a fixed value, which is 0, and the maximum is my jump CD. And now, if I go into the game, you will see the jump CD can only go to 1.2. It will never be below 0. It will never be below above 1.2. So that is very important for later on when we add a graph, and it's just prettier. It's just nicer. So if I do this, for example, you will see I can now jump faster. If I go down to 0.3, you will see I can still do that. Yeah, 4 seconds. That's maybe a little bit too much. That's very difficult then. Jump. Maybe it makes sense, and that's up to you. You can change the values now. It's pretty neat, pretty nice. So that's been jumping. The next time we're going to add a slider that displays the cooldown, right? That displays the cooldown, but we will leave that for the next time. That's been 10 minutes. Let's keep it nice. Let's keep it small tutorials here, small videos. I think this is a pretty nice one. It puts a lot of small things out there. Try to think about it. Try to understand what's been going on. It is tough. There's been a lot of things, but once you get it, it's not that tough anymore. But it takes time. So if there's any help, all of these videos, just leave a like, spread the word, share the news. There's videos almost every day now. And don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to have a perfect day out there. Don't forget to stay safe and healthy at home or wherever you are right now. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.